Well, Transport for London came together from 19 different organisations in the summer of 2003. It operates transport in London, that covers the tube, cycling ways, river transport, buses, taxi regulation. It also manages the infrastructure, roads, congestion charging and so on. And in HR terms, clearly it's a single organisation and the complexity is 20,000 employees, 80,000 pensioners, 8 different unions, 140 different employment contracts.
Before Transport for London moved to the HR shared service model, we had a locally based HR function, so each business area had their own HR team. The service was very much generalist, tended to be quite operational and quite reactive.
The first core driver for the shared HR service was to be a visible TfL infrastructure to introduce the new unified organisation to the 19 different business units.
A second driver was obviously the economic benefit. Every pound that you save on internal services is cash that can be spent on real services in London. And the final point the number of managing directors are very clear on is that the workforce data. How do they know what's going on in the business, what the costs of people are, and what the dynamics, and how does that feed into understanding the business?
I think the shared HR service is delivering a number of benefits to the business areas. The real one is that because you've got economies of scale, you can have specialism and expertise in your HR delivery function. If you want to recruit, for example, you're dealing with a person who deals with recruitment day in, day out, understands the industry, understands the business, and is able to deal with that.
In the first financial year we saved about £1.9 million, and in the first full financial year £8.1 million, which consists of a reduction in wage costs operating the service, and also in consolidating the way that we procure.
TfL realised that technology would play a key role in the delivery of the shared service.
To be able to offer the service, we needed to be able to individually recognise people and know straight away which businesses they were from and what they were or weren't entitled to. So the first piece of functionality needed to be some kind of customer relationship capability. We needed to be able to workflow information from one area to another. We needed to be able to manage cases and hold case notes over a long period of time that different people may be managing. We wanted a single system that would do that would integrate with our existing data and payroll system. So we went to open tender. There was only one system that met all of the functional requirements that I've talked about and also had the ownership cost that we were looking for, and that was the Lagan system. And the reason was the flexibility and our ability to be able to continually evolve the system.
In Lagan, we specialise in case management and CRM for the public sector. It's all we do, and because of that we just have to aim to be the best in the world at what we do. And the very essence of what we do is to provide this kind of solution and to take technology away from being a potential barrier to process change, because for all these initiatives it's the people and the customer processes are the real challenge and where the energy should focus, and the technology should be there to enable that.
It's basically a central store for TfL. We verify an employee or a line manager, and we can actually see their contact history, the number of times that they've given us a call, and what they were actually querying, the dates, the times, and actually who the advisor was. The ultimate thing is it allows us to keep an audit trail of absolutely everything, absolutely every call that comes in through to HRS. We can also keep an update on the case with regards to tasks that are associated, and therefore we're better able to inform the employee or the line manager with the appropriate information. Before, it was absolute manic really. There was nothing centralised. It was all generally in people's heads or their individual emails or the filing systems. Things took a lot longer to process because there was no active case management. Now with Lagan we have a script services and also more formal ways of following things up.
So what does the future hold for TfL's shared HR service?
Well, in the immediate future we're looking at what the Lagan functionality gives us that means that we can take out unnecessary administrative steps. We're adding modules and improving the way that processes are tracked to give us much better control over the quality and the time that it takes to do things. Then longer term, the Mayor's agenda is very close to the government's. It's looking across the GLA and saying, well, if you've got an infrastructure that allows you to deliver to 19 different organisations within TfL, surely that service could be offered to other organisations. So rather than have other parts of the GLA family putting their own shared service, then can't we look at what could be done across the organisation, the wider organisation as well?